everybody, welcome to another Friday Night Smackdown review. I am your host, Alex, and we are just gonna jump into it with this episode of Smackdown that was an international episode. It set place in Manchester, England, and we're opening up the show with King Corbin coming out and cutting a promo on Roman. And I couldn't really follow along with this promo because Baron Corbin is so stale to me. At one point, he has a dog graphic on the Titantron, and then there's a tiny dog barking, and then he says that Roman doesn't have big testicles. This set up the main event later between Roman and Corbin, but we'll get to that in 1 second. So we catch up with Big E and Kofi Kingston backstage, and they send a message out to Xavier Woods, and that message is to not drop the soap. But also they are excited for their match coming up with the Revival, and hopefully they become 7-time tag team champions. 7 times, which is close enough to Charlotte. Big E joked about that. That was a pretty funny joke from Big E. So we get to that match, and it was a good match. Kofi got the Trouble in Paradise and assistance with Big E, but yes, they got the win. They were tag team champions at the end of the night. And it was a good match, but the Revival are so good, and now that the New Day are tag team champions, it's going to be the New Day in that tag team match of Survivor Series with Undisputed Era and the Viking War Raider Experience Extravaganza. But I would love to see the Revival have a good feud, especially with the New Day, because the New Day can carry the feud, and I think the Revival have the potential to have a good feud on the main roster and have a great feud with the New Day. It sucks that they don't have the chance to have that match of Survivor Series, because I really thought that the Revival, Undisputed, and Vikings were gonna have a great match. I don't doubt that the New Day are gonna have a great match with them. The Revival just deserves more. So we catch up with Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan in a backstage segment, and Sami Zayn is trying to convince Daniel Bryan to join him. He says that he can elevate him to another level, the same level where Shinsuke Nakamura is. He helped out Shinsuke, he's helping out Cesaro, and he thinks that he can help out Daniel Bryan. So Sami invites Daniel Bryan to ringside later that night, where there's a match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro teaming up against Ali and Shorty G. This next part was really good. I think this was the one pop that I did throughout the whole night, and it was Heavy Machinery coming out, getting ready for a match, and Imperium from NXT UK attacked them. And I am a beloved Walter fan, so to see Walter come out was great. And it made sense because they were in Manchester and they've been having this NXT invasion, so it's cool to see that like the main roster is not even safe in England, where they have to worry about the NXT UK roster coming up and beating them up. That was so good. It was a really good moment. I really liked it. That's a definite pro of the night. That was my favorite thing of the night. Next, we have Shinsuke Nakamura teaming up with Cesaro versus Ali and Shorty G. Now, this is the match where Sami invited Daniel Bryan to come out to ringside. Before the bell rang, Daniel Bryan did walk out and watched the match carefully. And it was an alright match. I think Ali shines so bright in every match that he's in. I think that man deserves the world. I mean, how could you hate Ali? I don't see how you could, but it was an alright match. Sami distracted the ref. Cesaro attacked Ali and Shorty G and allowed Shinsuke to get the win. And Daniel Bryan watched carefully and gave no reaction and then walked back to the locker room. Next, Sasha Banks versus Nikki Cross. I liked this match. I really liked Bayley on commentary. Bayley was on commentary, and that new Sasha Banks theme song, it's a banger. It's a good song. It's a good heel song. I really like it. At the end, when Sasha won, it sounded like Samoa Joe's theme song. Did it? when she won. I don't know, comment below if you also thought that it was kind of familiar to Samoa Joe's theme song. But yeah, it was a good match. Sasha got the win, and then during the match, Nikki Cross attacked Bayley, and then Bayley tried to help Sasha, but then Bayley went back to commentary. Then when Sasha won, Sasha celebrated, and then Bayley attacked Nikki. But then Shayna Baszler came out and attacked Bayley, and she just attacked Bayley, and then Sasha came back to the ring and tried to help Bayley or come to Bayley's aid, and Shayna just rolled out of the ring and walked away, jumped into the crowd, and just disappeared into the night. And I kind of wish there was a little bit more, because we got that last week, and I hope that we get a little bit more maybe on Raw or maybe next week on Smackdown, building up to the Survivor Series match, because it's actually a really good match. Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Shayna, and Bayley is the only woman in that match to win all of those titles, and she's a Grand Slam winner too, winning the tag team championship. I mean, it's gonna be a good match. I can't wait to see it. Next, we have a brilliant moment that happened in the show. Backstage segment, Sami Zayn, Daniel Bryan. Sami Zayn tells Daniel Bryan he should have came out to the ring, celebrated with Shinsuke and Cesaro, convinces him that he probably doesn't want to go back to the Yes movement, he just wants to go forward. But throughout this conversation, the lights are flickering. And the lights go out, and then they turn red, and the Fiend is right behind Daniel Bryan, and he attacks Daniel Bryan. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Words can barely come out of my mouth. This was a good part of the show, of the Fiend. The Fiend is a popular character, and to have him come out, little bits here and there, to come out and attack Daniel Bryan versus the Fiend, if we're building up to that, I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. It was a great moment. Another moment that made me pop. Okay, two moments that made me pop throughout the show. The Imperium and then the Fiend part, fantastic. Tyson Fury comes out, talks about his crown jewel match with Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman comes out, shakes his hand, and Tyson Fury suggests Braun Strowman and him become tag team partners eventually. I just can't get behind Tyson Fury, and Braun Strowman is just very stale for me. But 2 thumbs up for the B team, because they made me laugh and they saved me from this con of a promo, and they were great. They said that the B in B team stands for fearless. I'm just gonna end on that. Following that, we have a women's tag match to determine who is going to be on the Smackdown women's team with Sasha Banks at Survivor Series. It is Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville versus Dana Brooke and Carmella. And I think the only thing we have to talk about in this match is Dana Brooke getting the W. Getting the win, Dana Brooke. Good for her, because we do not see her on TV anymore, and although we deserve a lot of other women on TV like Naomi, where's Naomi? Let's give Naomi a title shot. Naomi should shoot to the moon, but Dana Brooke getting a win, fantastic. Good for her. Congratulations. Now following that, we have the main event, which is Roman Reigns versus King Corbin. It was an alright match. I was rooting for Roman, which I never thought I would do. I'm not a Roman fan at all, actually, but the fact that I was rooting for Roman Reigns to win this match against King Corbin says a lot for me, I guess. I don't know, but it wasn't an interesting match for me. At one point, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode come out to help Corbin, and it works because Corbin gets the win with the end of days. This SmackDown episode was nothing compared to last week's episode. I would have to give this a grade, it would be a C. What do you guys think of this week's SmackDown review, and what are you looking forward to with Survivor Series and War Games, with Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT? Let us know in the comments below, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to Wrestling with Regret if you want to subscribe to my channel. The link will be down below. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm @_Queen of the Ring on Instagram and @AQueen of the Ring on Twitter. My name is Alex, your self-proclaimed Queen of the Ring. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week for another Friday Night SmackDown review. Bye guys!